MMA submission-only grappling contest at the 65-kilo catch weights. To my right, in the red corner, fighting from Force Fitness, Mark Hastie.
Mark Hastie's got his...
And to my left in the blue corner, fighting from DMMA, Lewis Pennie.
Pennywise always entertaining, always looking for the kill.
Your referee for this contest, Sam Wilkinson.
Pennywise promises us some flashy techniques to keep the crowd as entertained as possible. So I look forward to this match between Mark Hastie and Lewis Pennie.
It could not be more different body types here from these two. Oh.
Straight into the leg
Lewis
entry from Louis.
Straight away guard pull. Looks to invert from the half guard into the leg entry. Oh, lifts his hips up.
Excellent.
So he's definitely threatening that already.
Mark looking to slow the pace
just to
down
control the legs here, so you can get a pass through.
He's got the leg pinned now with his hips.
Now,
this isn't what Lewis wants, right? He wants. That's it. Okay.
Yeah, he wants to be able to lift his hips. So Mark did a great job there of just flattening the hips of Louis, just preventing him from able to invert into those leg lock entries.
Mark with a tight waist control, looking to kind of kick his legs back there out of the half guard. Has so far not been successful.
Lewis did a great job of just threatening the leg lock early now, and you can see kind of Mark just being somewhat and you can see he's bringing his leg around. He's potentially getting it a bit too close there, although he's got a lot of control there on the hips of Lewis, so it's going to be difficult to.
Yeah. Okay. So Mark is.
Oh, and the second Lewis's hips are free, he's lifting them up. He's looking to invert there in the leg entry, but Mark is able to turn that into a pass. Unfortunately, no clean entry there for Lewis.
Mark looks like he has a heavy top game.
Yeah, I think there's a huge difference in the body types here in this match. We've got the tall and long Lewis versus the stocky Mark.
What's Lewis looking to do here? He's looking to keep that elbow to the hip of Mark, to keep that space. He's got those structures there. Mark doing a nice job though, walking around to north-south. His head is by Lewis's hip.
You can see just
keeps
Lewis.
That cross-body pressure tight. Lewis is flexible.
Yeah.
God, I'd snap my knees if I tried that. Lewis manages to re-guard. So far it has been Mark with the pressure coming forwards. Lewis has kind of been in the back foot a little bit.
Yeah, we haven't really seen any solid submission attempts yet from Lewis.
It looked like he was close earlier to attacking the legs, but never really got there. Mark's now isolating the arm. He's got the underhook.
See, Lewis is just an extremely awkward person to hold down. As soon as Mark thinks he's passed, Lewis is managing to catch the knee tuck straight away there.
That scorpion there. So that scorpion can be tricky because it keeps Mark's body weight down towards the legs and stops him from passing. It basically means Mark has to address Lewis's legs, that kind of scorpion lock that he's got, before he can pass. Lewis is doing a good job just keeping the structures in the way. You see his elbow on the collarbone there, but it's not advancing position. It's preventing Mark from advancing his position.
Yeah, Mark's been doing a really good job so far, just controlling the hips of Lewis. Every time he just manages to pass, every time he goes a little bit too far, you see Lewis's hips just spring back into action and start lifting up and inverting, looking for some kind of leg entry. Perhaps.
He's got his leg out, but Lewis has got
that knee again. Just as soon as his hips are free,
Lewis makes
hoists up, is able to get a knee into re-guard.
Remember, Lewis is a blue belt here, so he might be a little bit less, and he's also 13 years younger than Mark, so there might be an experience differential here. Mark slow but steady, bringing that top pressure. Lovely movement there, by the way. Just kind of cartwheeled his legs out the back into side mounts.
Are we going to see it?
We see it. This has been doing the rounds on the internet lately, hasn't it? Do you know what that choke's called?
The boogie choke.
The boogie choke.
Yeah.
Unsuccessful here. Mark with that top pressure just looks horrible. Lewis seems to be handling it well, though.
It looks like he's trying to get in on that leg there.
Yeah. Lewis
Just come around
to get the leg.
Reverse 50-50. Oh,
Can he
caught the leg here. He's moving with it. Yeah, he's got the knee line free.
Will he use it to come up, or does he prefer to stay down? No, he's using it to come up. He's still swimming for that. If he gets that foot through that space next to the hip.
Potential reap there he can get.
Yeah.
We've still got an exposed heel there. Oh.
I think their knee is in. It's difficult. Lewis has such long, lanky legs. It's hard to... but Mark uses it to come up. I think Lewis has lost his grip. Lost his control over the legs at least.
That's right. No, he's got the leg.
He's back in.
He's still potentially got that entry there. Mark just needs to stick to his guns and just keep Lewis's hips flat.
This is difficult when
if you allow Lewis to move his hips once he's got hold of one of your legs, he's just going to be looking for those entries. And now you can see here Mark just being a little bit more conservative, just making sure he keeps that top pressure going just to prevent those inversion entries.
It's always difficult to judge, not know how the judges are going to see this, because Lewis has been fairly active over the last couple of minutes in attacking the legs and making Mark be defensive. But Mark's the one on the top with the pressure, looking like he's
spending a lot of the match in side control as well.
Exactly. And again, we see a nice pass there. Might be looking for a north-south or a guillotine choke or a guillotine entrance. If it is, it'd be with an arm in. Looks like he's got a choke there. I don't think he has the control over Lewis's body in order to finish it, but he is making Lewis think about it. And Lewis goes back to guard.
There's just too much space there for any real threat. Okay, Lewis into an extremely high knee shielded half guard there. Just controlling Mark's posture there with the collar tie. Oh, and looking for that. Oh, just threatening the Kimura there for a moment. Yeah, you can definitely see Lewis thinking about that Kimura there.
Has Lewis got the overhook on the far side or no? Yeah, he did have. Gives it up.
And just frames out from there. Oh, and again gets control of the leg.
Still
inverts into it. Again, just lifting up his hips.
Very nimble, Lewis is. You know, he's a tool of the two competitors.
Yeah, he's able to get those legs in everywhere.
Very comfortable, yeah. Inserting those lanky legs in order to retain guard. Seems at ease in that inverted position. Oh, Mark straight into mount.
Straight into mount.
Looking for some kind of Americana grip.
Yeah, he's just got that key lock there.
His elbows are high. Lewis's elbows are very high, so Mark could use...
I can almost guarantee Lewis is the kind of person when you go too high with your mount.
Those legs are coming in.
Yeah, those legs are coming right in, looking to dig under your arms. And there we go, yeah.
It's almost like he baited it by lifting his arms up. Look, he's trying to use those knees to bump Mark off. You can see him putting those knees under Mark's
Still got that key lock there.
I don't think there's much threat right now, right? Because he needs to make it perpendicular to Lewis's body.
Yeah, Lewis is going to alleviate most of the pressure that's going to put on his shoulder by having his hands above his head like that.
But right now, Mark is winning in the judges' eyes right at this moment.
Yeah, almost undoubtedly.
Mark could switch it, I guess, to an S mount and start attacking arm bars. I don't think we will see that. He seems happy and content to kind of keep the top pressure.
I think he knows he can't afford to give Lewis that kind of space.
Keeping those knees in tight, isolating those arms under the armpits. It's very important to keeping that control.
And again, you can see Lewis there just looking to roll those legs back in. Oh, he's got that gift wrap there.
There is a choke you can do from here. But it tends to be a well harder kind of choke, and it can be difficult to finish a sweaty opponent who
the
kind of is
position
aware
of his
what's
arm
going
there,
on.
it's going to be difficult. I can see. Yeah,
Uses it for the back
trying
take.
to get to the back take.
Lovely, got the body, a weak body triangle. Not quite on the back as he would like to be, I don't think.
Lifts up
More
the
of a
hips and we
mount.
go back to the mount here.
Lewis would prefer him.
Now that would have been a
on
good
top.
chance to slip to the S mount there.
Mark's top game looks nice though, very solid, nice and tight, knees in tight. Feet.
He's going for the head and arm choke there. He just needs to create a little bit of distance between his hips. Yep, he's running round. Needs to just push his head in a little bit more.
He's got the telephone defense going on. He's trying
that
to
said,
put shoulder down. This looks tight though.
With those biceps, I think he's able
got
to put
time.
on a ridiculous amount of pressure there.
This is a slow burn. That was 10 seconds.
See Lewis shaking his head there.
Can Lewis hold out until the end of the round? That was a 10-second clap.
Mark just needs to go a bit flatter there with his body. He's just giving it just a bit too much space there from the ground. And they go the distance.
God,
Excellent performance there from both fighters.
that was close. That was,
So Lewis stayed true to his word there and he kept that entertaining.
I think the story of that fight likely was top pressure from Mark. Struggled occasionally to pass the guard, but was able to pass the guard quite a few times once he got to mount. Very, very heavy top game, very much in control. Set up that submission towards the end and looked like it could have been there had he had more time.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, another one going to the bitter end. Please a big round of applause for both of our competitors. But it comes to a referee's decision, and your winner for this bout in the red corner, Mark Hastie.
Hard-fought win there for Mark Hastie. Brilliant job from two excellent jiu-jitsu competitors.
Thank you very